All right, Shalom. This is Shalamar from the Great Millstone in Atlanta camp. Before I get started in this lesson, I want to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahweh Shai, Bahashim, Rakah HaKodash. Double honors to my elders and apostles of Great Millstone that teach and rule well. Peace, love, and safety to the hopeful elect scattered throughout the four corners of the earth. All right, so I'm just going to go into really quick the love that we have for our fellow laborers. Okay, and I'm just going to touch on a couple of a few precepts, and I'm gonna start with this Philemon. I'm gonna start from the top and read down because this is a letter, and it expresses a lot of love to a fellow laborer, in which they call themselves prisoners of Yahweh Shai. Because this truth it holds you captive. All right. If you're a teacher of this truth, it holds you captive. It's almost like when you're into the world, it's hard not to talk about the truth. But we have to be circumspect. We have to watch what we say because the world hates us. All right. This is verse 1, Philemon, verse 1. It says, Paul, a prisoner of Yahweh Shai, and Timothy, our brother, unto Philemon, our dearly beloved and fellow laborer. Okay, so if you read this whole book, of course, it's short. It's only like 20 something verses. It's 25 verses, but it's a lot. There's a lot of love expressed because it's involved with the fellow laborers. All right, so this is just an example of the men of our camp, how much love they have for each other. And if you think about it, just think about somebody that once saved your life. If you ever went unconscious and someone performed CPR on you, if you were saved from a car accident, somebody, you really owe that person. You almost feel like you owe them your life. And that's how we feel about our fellow brothers, because there's going to come a time where the Lord is going to have certain men together, and they're going to work with each other, during Jacob's trouble. During that time when everything is messed up, the Lord is going to have certain men together to help each other out. And we're going to be, Lord's willing, I'm part of that number. We're going to be blessed on every side. Okay, so coming into that time, the Lord is going to put it together where we barely escape the wrath. So you might have a brother that may actually save your life through the spirit and power of Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai. All right. So that's how we look at all laborers. The scriptures tell you how you should love the brotherhood and give double honors to the elders and apostles, and pretty much love your brother as you love yourself. All right. So a lot of people in the world, or a lot of like family members of the prophets, or the men that are in the camp, especially Great Millstone, they look at us like, why are you always with those guys? Well, those are men those men are like more than brothers. We call each other brothers, but it's more than that. We're like fellow kings. We look at each other as kings. All right, I'm going to continue. It says, grace to you. By the way, this is verse 3. Grace to you and peace from Yahweh, our Father, and the Lord Yahweh Shai HaMashiach. I'm going to read down a little bit. It says, hearing of thy love and faith which thou hast towards the Lord Yahweh Shai, towards all saints. And we have love towards all saints because we're warning all people. And even though it's a commandment from the Most High, that's still showing love. We don't care what you look like, who you look like, how much money you have. You could look like a homeless Edomite, but it's far beyond skin color. All right, because you have people that look like so-called white people that are actually northern tribes or southern tribes. All right, so it's not a color thing. But it doesn't matter what you look like. We're still gonna deal with you. And if you come up as a scoffer or someone that's just act like they don't want to get it, or you just come up to just play around, we're gonna keep it moving. We're not gonna waste time with that. But it says that the communication of thy faith may become effectual by the acknowledging of every good thing which is in you and Hamashiach Yahushua. All right, so brothers that's pushing this word, you look at them, you have a certain love for them because you look at them because it's not too many of us. We really all we have in this world. All right, because when it comes down, a lot of your family's gonna turn on you. But your brother that's been there laboring since day one, that brother gonna still be by you. Okay, you might have to, him and his children and his woman might have to join up with you and your family, and y'all have to make it happen. All right, and again, I'm speaking on Jacob's trouble. We're gonna really need each other in that time, and the Lord's gonna make it where certain brothers gonna be together. If the Lord have you by yourself, that's just the Lord's will, and you still gonna get saved out of it. All right, so let's go to let's now go to since I mentioned it, let's go to 1 Peter chapter 2 and verse 17. It says, honor all men, love the brotherhood, fear the Most High, honor the king. All right. And like I said, we look at ourselves like we're kings. All right. But this brotherhood, we honor this brotherhood. All right. If a command goes out from up top, and on down, we have to respect every word and carry it out. Because through the spirit of Yahweh Shah, we believe that the Lord put us together in this camp. We know that the Lord put us together in these camps. And this really could be the beginning of forever. It's certain brothers, that may hang with each other more than others. Certain brothers may live together. You may have to. The Lord may have you take over a certain village and rule that area forever in the kingdom. You and that same man. We don't know how this is going to play out. But we do know it's going to have a beautiful ending, and it's starting now with our camp. Okay, I'm going to keep it moving. This is Mark chapter 3 and verse 33. It says, and this is Yahweh Shah talking. It says, and he answered me and said, who is my mother and who is my brother? And he looked around about on them which sat. Let me start over. Verse 34. And he looked around about on them which sat about him and said, behold, my mother and my brethren, for whosoever shall do the will of the Most High, the same is my brother and my sister and my mother. All right. So he's not saying that, they not my people. He's just saying that, whoever's doing his will, you kind of take it more serious. All right, because we have parents that are not in this thing. They look at you like you crazy, and they just stuck in their old ways. They just can't get it. I mean, biologically, that's still, you're still the offspring of that, or should I say, the offspring of them. You still have to honor them. But like I mentioned, those that's doing His will, it's a different thing. It's a different type of love. Let's go to Luke 14. It says, if any man come to me and hate not his father and mother and wife and children and brethren and sisters, yea, and his own life also, he cannot be my disciple. All right. So these men didn't actually hate, because we're going to look at that word hate. This is an example of putting. Okay, hold on. I have to go out of airplane mode. Okay, I'm back on it. So like I had to hit the pause button because after coming out of airplane mode, a lot of messages came in. Okay, so this word here, hate, is G3404.
Strong's G3404, Miseo.
Okay, so that word is Miseo. It says to hate, pursue with hatred, detest. It says to be hated, detested. All right. It says the Strong's definition, it says by extension to love less. All right, you see that? To love less. All right, so, hate is a strong word, especially in this world. But yeah, we just love less the rest of the world. And we love a lot more the brotherhood and its truth and our fellow brethren, our fellow laborers, all prisoners of Yahushua that you labor with. All right. Like I said, that's a special love. And I gave plenty of examples of why. This thing is going to go a long ways and could last. It could just be forever. Even though we're not going to have memories of this time, that same brother that's right next to you, you may be his neighbor in the kingdom for eternity. Okay. So I'm going to go ahead and end it right there. I pray that this was edifying. I want to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashim Yahushua, Bahashim Rakakwadash. Double honors to my elders and apostles, a great millstone that teach and rule well. Peace, love, and safety to the whole for the elect. Shalom.